should know the drill. When a video starts with these small clips of me showing how much I'm getting through books and stuff like that, you know what video I'm filming. I'm filming another travel vlog. It is summer, it is peak travel time, and that's why we're making this vlog, honestly, guys. And I am so happy that I'm doing a video during this time, because I would not be able to shut up about this book, and I'd have to talk about it with somebody, and you guys are my best option. And if I didn't have a video going on, then what the fuck would I do with my life? I don't know. But anyways, guys, welcome to today's video. As I said before, it's a travel vlog, and if you guys are gonna be like, oh, nah, girl, no, I don't like them, we cannot be friends. I don't know who you're following me, because personally, travel vlogs are my favorite videos to make. Like, obviously, usually just like update you guys once a day, but it's like usually it's a week or two, and it's like just, I don't know, guys. Just personally, I love it. And also, like, there's always a change of scenery every single time, so then you guys get to see where I'm going to a new place and stuff like that. Usually don't see outside much of me talking about books, but sometimes I have a little few details that I talk about. Anyways, guys, though, we are in a cold place, so now it is peak reading cozy time. And this is my first night, and I was here since the morning we went out, but on the flight I was reading the whole time. I was switching between two books. I'll talk about them in a second. And now I'm in a hotel and I'm leaving in half an hour, but I've been here for quite a while and I've been reading, and guys, the books I'm reading, the books. Guys, I think this traveling, this new vacation, it's just gonna get better and better, because if you have a good book with you, it just makes everything 20 times better. Okay, let me explain now what I'm reading, because you guys are like, by now, girl, we just want to know what you're reading. We don't care about the rest. Okay, I'm in the middle of, actually I'm in the middle of one, but I'm starting a new one, because I have to. Anyways, book one is A Torch Against the Night. You guys probably saw me reading it during those two clips that I have in. I am currently 50% through it. I'm really enjoying it. Second book. Like, I think it was from Sarah, that it's not as good as the first one because it's a bit more, like, slow, and I agree with that, but there are just these parts where I'm just like, I don't even care. Did I cry? No, but in this one scene, I just felt like it was just so perfect. Like, these scenes just make so much sense in my head, and I love how the author portrays it. I literally can't say anything because it's the second book, but I just love it. All I can right away say is I love it, and I love the world. It's really good. The first book I gave 4 stars, so we'll see how much this one. I think it'll be also a 4 stars at least, but time will tell. We still have half the book yet left to read. Okay, guys, there's that. Now let's go to the one that I'm really excited about. Okay, so I started reading yesterday night Mile High, which is part of the Windy City series by Liz Tomford, and like, I've been hearing about this series non-stop for like a full year or two at least. And I was just like, oh my god, it sounds interesting, but like, I was like, But then, since Rewind It Back came out, like the last book in that series, I was just like, everybody's like going crazy about it, and I was just like, ugh, all these people that I follow love it. I feel like I should give it a chance. And also, the series is complete, so I can't feel guilty about starting it, because I have so many series I'm in the middle of, but they're all incomplete, so I can't even complete them. So I'm always guilty about starting a new series, but this one is completed, so I know that I can finish it whenever I want, and easily, and there won't be any problem. So I was just like, yes, we're doing that. And I read Mile High, and I finished it today, just a few minutes ago, and yes, Z and B. Well, more like Stevie and Evan, but I love them. I love this. This book just had so much in it, and it's not only a romance though. Like, you think, oh, it's just a romance book, Romy. We don't understand why you love it so much. No. It's not a cutie patootie romance. It has so much more than that. It's like, it has so many emotions, it has so many things. It just has so much from what I expected. Expected it to pretty much be just a series, just a romance series, but it was so much more than that. It had so much depth to it, and I loved every single thing about it. I have 10 highlights, and I want to read through some of them. He's like, if I can't stand you, then why can't I get you out of my head? Yes, dude, yes. My family name is Z. V and Z, aren't we fucking adorable? Yes, you are. Oh, because at this point, the risk of losing whatever this might be, by not being myself with you is a lot scarier than showing you who I am. I like you, V, and I'm being completely honest and vulnerable here. I just want the chance for you to want me, the real me. I love that, because, okay, he's a hockey player, and she's his, like, one of his, like, 3 primary, like, okay, let me explain. For, like, obviously, like, these big, athletes, they have, like, private jets and stuff like that, and, like, private flights to get them to their games in different places, and, she's one of his primary, like, flight attendants, so, yeah. I've always loved you. I just didn't know that that's what it was at the time. I've never had someone to love, and no one has ever loved me the way you do. You might be done with me, V, and I wouldn't blame you if you were, but I can't let this end without telling you how much I fucking love you. The biggest mistake I've ever made was letting you go. I told myself I was doing it to protect you, but I was scared. No one had ever loved me enough to stick around, and I was tired of being left. So I did it before you could. But CV, there hasn't been a second that's gone by that I haven't regretted that decision. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Always will be. So I love that one. And there's also another one. This one, it just like there's these like parts where it just hits hard. You don't have to love your body every single day. That's unrealistic to expect. But I'll be here loving it for you for the days you can't. Like, it talks about so many things, and it has a lot of, like, trauma and stuff like that, and so I just love this book for what it is. And the second book, I knew, like, I thought that this whole series was hockey romances, so I thought it was going to be each of his, like, teammates. But then, but I was still, like, shipping these two characters, being like, this has to be a book, because they're kind of, like, the author's, like, hinting at it throughout the book. And I was right, and the second book is about them, and that's Ryan and Indy. I knew it since I met them. I was like, okay, I feel like this has to be a setup. I feel like this has to be, like, getting ready for the next book. But then there's this one teammate that he has, like, I like his best friend, who is Ellie, and they said that actually, the Windy City series is a spin-off from the 2-book series that is about Ellie. So, wait, let me find that other series. I added it also to my TBR because I love their thing, but people say that the series is called The Selfish. The first book is called Becoming Selfish, and Staying Selfish is the second one. They say it's not as good, but it makes sense since this series was, like, Liz Tomford wrote it a long time ago. Like, it was, I can't find when it, okay, anyways, it was written a long time ago compared to the whole Windy City series, which was made years later, so it's not as good. They say, like, the writing and stuff like that, but I think after I finish the Windy City series, I might decide to go into that because I want to know about them, because Ellie and Logan are such a cute couple, and I want to know what's about them because, yes. Anyways, but there was, like, I want to know about Ellie and stuff like that, but there's also this one character, and he's so ridiculously funny that I want a book about him. So I started looking through each book who are going to be the main couples and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, where the heck is he? And then I looked into the last book, which is Rewinded Back, the one that, like, everybody was obsessing about, that pretty much gave me the confidence to start Windy City series, and I found out that Rio's there. I feel like the finale is gonna have, like, I feel like she did it on purpose. She didn't do it accidentally, but oh my god, I'm so excited for that last one. Like, I cannot wait. I think that will be the best one out of the series because he's like the clown show, but he's so funny, and he's like a little lost puppy that is looking for his long lost love, like, owner. And so I'm really excited for that one, but obviously now I'm gonna be starting The Right Move, which is about Ryan and Indy. So I feel like that's gonna be very interesting. It's like sister's best friend. So I feel like that should be a very interesting idea. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later since this clip is probably just getting long because I'm just yapping about one book. But also, oh wait, last thing before I leave you guys, you might be asking, like, girl, and what'd you rate it? You probably rated it a 5 though. I'm for now keeping it at 4.75 because I don't know if it's just the adrenaline of finishing the book, but I don't know yet. Like, I want to rate it a 5 stars, but I'm like, but what if it's just the adrenaline talking and I'm not actually giving it a 5? Like, I don't actually think it's a 5 stars. It's just the current moment. So I'm gonna, for now, everywhere it says, like, on Notion and on Fable, it says I have 4.75, and then on Goodreads it says 5 stars. I'll see if I change it or not, but I don't know, honestly. I feel like it's a 5 star because I almost cried. I had to physically hold back tears, and I had to, like, close the app and, like, think for a second before continuing to read because I felt like otherwise I would go sobbing. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, Bookwormies, so we are here for an update. It's the next day. We have some stuff to talk about. First of all, the faster update. I have not continued reading A Torch Against the Night because yesterday I just started slowly reading a bit of the second book, which is The Right Move, and I didn't really feel like reading a fantasy book at that time because I was like, oh, they're kind of drowsy already, so it's like, okay, it's easier if I just, like, go for, like, a cutesy romance, right? And so then today I've been reading The Right Move, and I'm 70% through it, guys. It is eating. Somebody should have seriously told me to fucking read this earlier because it is amazing. It is amazing. Like, yes, I'll just tell you guys that without spoiling anything, it is amazing. Like, if you guys are, like, have been hearing about the Windy City series and you haven't been, you're like, I don't know if I should read it or not, I'll tell you right now. Stop everything you're doing and go read it because class is in fucking session. Okay, guys? it is amazing. Like, guys, while you're still in summer break and you can relax and do whatever you want and waste your time doing whatever the fuck you want, read it. Because this series, I'm on the second book and I'm loving it. I love Ryan and I love Indy. And it's amazing. Like, obviously, do I love V and Z? Yes. But do I love them too? Yes. I thought I wouldn't like this book that much as the other one. But I'm loving it, guys. And, like, how, like, Ryan is so closed off. I didn't even notice, honestly, guys, when I was reading the first book, like, because we were in Stevie's point of view a lot of times when we saw Ryan, and she was like, it always seemed like he was pretty open, like, not super open, but he wasn't very, very closed off. And in this book, we noticed how he's, like, really closed off and doesn't really talk to many people, and so really seeing this other side of him was really important to the story. Okay, and there's also, I have a million quotes here, but here, let me quickly, guys, tap my thing, because it's time to show you guys all my highlights, because class is in fucking section. Okay. I'm not a dreamer, not in the traditional sense at least. My dreams are within reach, attainable, moments in time, not romanticized notions of the impossible. This is, like, literally on the first chapter, the first line that comes up. Okay, guys? And then, I don't glamorize fate or leave things to chance. I believe in hard work and dedication. My life has a plan. Opportunities are in my path because I've willed myself in their direction. The rest of my teammates, however, have certainly romanticized the idea of a championship if they think they can walk into the first week of practice as out of shape as they are. So, yeah. And this other part is, like, it's pretty much me in my head, because to me, like, guys my age around are like fucking unicorns. They're like unicorns. I don't really know. Like, I don't know how to interact with them. I don't know them. That's kind of how I am. And so here, this is pretty much me. Like, literally, guys, I tell you right now, Indy is me, and probably a lot of you guys who are single. So it's like, she's like, okay, so they're like talking, like, they're like, this is like fake dating, and she's like, okay, try to become one of my, like, boyfriends and stuff like that. And then so he's like, so it's settled then, you're my fake girlfriend. And she's like, not so fast. If I'm even going to even consider you, I'm going to need to turn you into one of my book boyfriends first. Oh, come on. If you're going to be acting, we may as well go on, all in. Do you know how to flare your nostrils in anger? If you see me across the room talking to another guy, I need you to stare intently, then flare your nostrils, or grind your molars together and take your jaw. Do you know how to growl? Yeah, I don't really know what that's supposed to sound like, but every one of my book boyfriends is big into growling. Oh, and can you darken your eyes? It's like, yeah, when you pretend to get angry or act really turned on, can you darken your eyes? And he's like, no, I can't, without, like, reading. And she's like, don't hate on our books, you can learn a thing or two from them, and they're much more entertaining than your shelves of masochism. So I, like, just that whole conversation of theirs, I was just like, oh my god, this is me. I found myself, guys. I wouldn't have expected that. It's just so funny, in my opinion. And then, afterwards, and also, like, they were texting, he's like, great, and Blue, I've got to tell you something, and it sounds like as if you're, like, gonna give, like, news, like, oh my god, this person died. And he's like, I killed your flowers. And then she's like, my chest deflates with an odd sense of relief. He really is dramatic, but I'll play into it. Ryan! I really tried to keep them alive, but I think I watered them too much and drowned them. Then when I went down to the flower stand today to buy the same ones and hope you wouldn't notice, they didn't have them. So I bought you some called Black-Eyed Susan, which is the weirdest fucking thing to call a flower. And it's like, oh, he's like so scared to disappoint himself, and then he's like, oh my god. Like, it's kind of like, like, if you had a fish as a kid, you probably, like, your parents have to change them every week or something because they kept on dying. This is kind of it. He's like, oh my god, I killed your flower, and I can't find the same exact one. It's just funny, kind of funny, in my opinion. So there's also that. And then this other part is not really a big spoiler, but I don't feel like showing this one. Oh, and then this quote, it's so important for me. Like, I think it's, like, about relationships, okay, guys? Indeed, what you offer in a relationship as a friend, a woman, and a partner by simply being who you are is more than enough. And if someone can't see that you're everything, then it's them who's missing out. I know you're faithful. It's one of my favorite things about you, but there has to be a limit. Some people don't deserve your unwavering loyalty. So there's that. That's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you guys about, because to me, like, the things in this book just are amazing. Like, am I sleepy? Yes. But am I still going to continue reading this book? Like, I have no care in the world and nothing to do? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't know if I think, at the pace I'm reading it, I'll finish it today, but we will see. And I'm starting to, like, throughout romance series to start looking for the next book, like, because usually in, like, romance series, when coming on to the next book, they usually in the book before that, towards the end, they kind of, or throughout the book, like, they start to sprinkle some ideas of who's gonna be the next person, like, who's gonna be the person that's gonna be in the next book. Currently, I have, like, one guess, but I'm not sure, because I think he's in a relationship. I don't know, guys, don't ask me. I have no idea, but I'm excited to continue this. It's going really, really great. I'm gonna try to read a bit of A Torch Against the Night, but no promises. But I think tomorrow I'll feel more inclined to read it. But for now, I feel like continuing the right move. So, anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah, bye-bye. Hey Bookwormies, so we're in a new scenery, we're in a new hotel because I'm going to be moving a lot, so, but this scenery is only for one night, so you're not going to see, tomorrow you're going to see a new background. Anyway guys, we have a pretty big update. Okay, so I finished Torch Against the Night today, and I'm giving it 4.25 stars. I really love this book, and it was perfect. The book was just really, really good. I loved the plot, I loved the world. The world wasn't too intricate, that was hard to understand, and that, like, I had like so much parts to memorize, but it was just perfect. Like, it had its parts, it just had everything I wanted in it, and for that, I want to give it a 5. I did have moments where I was like less interested, and that was where I was like, I don't know if it was because I was really in the Windy City series and that's why I just wasn't as much into the book, or if it was just the book. But I'm giving it a 4.25. It was still really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. I loved the plot, I loved the story, I loved the world, I loved every single part of it. Honestly, guys, I'm trying to think of more things to say, but pretty much what I'm trying to say is it was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it, and I had parts to it that I was just like, oh yes, and there were parts to it that was like, fuck no. No, thank you. No. So there are always those parts. And guys, I've been reading Caught Up, which is the 3rd book, and it is Single Daddy Ex Nanny. And I just like, okay, like, obviously Single Daddy Nanny, everybody's like, oh my god, yes. And I've been reading this book and I'm just like, yes. Like, at the start, like, I felt this book, at least for me, it started a bit slower, maybe because I was already starting to feel like I needed to get back into the fantasy universe. So yeah, that's why I was reading mainly, like, A Torch Against the Night for most of the start of the day, because today we had more of a driving day, less of a walking around day. So that was probably why I was reading more on my Kindle, but I was really enjoying this book. It was, okay. I feel like I'm going back into A Torch Against the Night. Okay, Caught Up. At the start, I was like feeling a little less connected, but I feel like it was because of how much I was reading this one author's writing and this one author's style. So I was like, oh my god, I think that was what was going on, and also because I was getting through the books like extra fast, like extremely fast. Like, I finished 3 books already in like 3 days. Well, obviously I started A Torch Against the Night earlier, but like I've been finishing a book every single day. First day, we had, what the heck was it called? Oh my god, guys, my brain is not working. Give me a second. It was Mile High. Yeah, first I read day 1, Mile High. Second day I read The Right Move. Today I've read A Torch Against the Night. And probably tomorrow I'll finish Caught Up because I'm halfway through Caught Up. Well, actually, we don't know. I don't want to set any expectations because I don't know exactly what is going to be tomorrow's plan for the day. So I might have really little time to read, or I might have a lot of time. Really, honestly depends. But today I might read for a long time, so yeah. Anyways, guys, this book was getting so good. And I love Max. Max is such a sweetheart. Max is such a sweetheart. I don't care if he's a 15-month-old or like a 20-year-old. He's a cute as fuck kid. Like, guys, in these moments, I would like get shell shocked. I was like, this one was like, oh my god, this is so sweet. Like, I was dying. I was secretly dying. Hey Bookwormies, so probably right now the lighting is not good, like, at all, like 0%, but that's fine because we're here for just a quick update. I'm not going to talk for a lot, at least I'm going to try to. Anyways, guys, update 1, I've started a bit of Reaper Against the Gates, or whatever the fuck that book was called. That book. I haven't gotten really far, like 5% into it because I've been reading the Windy City series this whole time because I'm enjoying it a lot. And also because, like, I started reading, like, a Reaper Against the Gates, or whatever the fuck that, like, the fantasy book, and I'm just like, I'm not really in the mood for it, so I'm just going to skip it for now, and then I'm going to come back to it later, so tomorrow I might go reading it during the night more. But we have other news. I might have not been reading the fantasy book as much, but I've been reading the romance department like crazy. I finished Caught Up, gave it 5 stars, obviously, because I love the romance. I loved the storyline, I loved the tropes, I loved everything about it. It was all super sweet, super cute, and so fun. I can just tell you guys this, I was in love. I was loving every single freaking second of it. I loved every part of it. I loved every plot point that they had. Like, this book was so much more than romance. It was just the best. And I had myself drooling over there, guys, because the girl is a chef, and oh my god. Like, everything that she talked about, like, oh, guys, I'm not also really big on understanding about pastries and stuff. But when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my god, this sounds amazing. So, right now, what I need is to find a bakery that has amazing desserts and eat all of them. That's what I want right now. So there's that. And right now I'm reading Play Along, which is book 4, and that's about the main male character, and like the main male character in Caught Up, he has a brother, and that's the main character in this one. And this one is such a sweet one, and he's like the lost puppy. He's so cute. Like, for some reason in my head I'm thinking like Isaiah and Rio are kind of giving me the same vibes. Like, they're not exactly the same. Obviously Rio is more of a lost puppy than Isaiah, and yeah, but they each have their own stuff, and like, I don't know, their vibes just kind of connect. Like, I just see it. I wish we'd see more. Like, we are in each book still seeing, obviously, the book people from books 1 and 2 and stuff like that, but they're not as close because, like, obviously, book 3 and 4, they're baseball, and book 1 and 2, well, book 1 and 5 are hockey, and book 2 is basketball, but, like, the second book has a direct connection to book 1 and stuff like that, but book 3 and 4 less have, which that's what I was kind of surprised when they added Kai and Isaiah into the series, because I felt like she would maybe continue with the hockey or the basketball, like maybe getting a few of Ryan's teammates' books instead of just kind of going out there, because yes, we saw some about Kai before his book started, but like, I don't know, I felt like it would just have made more sense if the connection was more between each of the partners and stuff like that, but still, whatever. Anyways, guys, play along. I'm really enjoying it. So I was kind of like, it took me a while because usually when I just finished romance and I'm really, really loving it, going to the next one kind of just takes time, so there's that plot point. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm like, I think almost 50% through it, probably. I'm reading it pretty quickly, but these books are actually longer than I expected. I feel like I'm reading it at kind of a slow pace. I think, though, I am kind of getting distracted, especially today since I was like reading for some time because we were on the road for quite a while, so it could have been that. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I want to keep today's short, so yeah. Anyways, guys, talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Hey, Bookwormies, so we are here for the update. I haven't really been reading Reaper Against the Gates. I was just reading, like, a chapter now, but I'm literally barely through, guys, Bookwormies. I gotta tell you, we are not getting very far. It's just, I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm burning myself out with all the reading, because we are literally, I think, how many days are we through this travel vlog? I think we're, like, 5 days to it. Guys, somebody tell me. I have no sense of time. Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, I came here on Sunday, and today is Thursday. So, pretty much 5 days into this, and I came Sunday early morning. So, for sure, that way. And, anyways, guys, update time. Like, I feel, okay, wait, no. My brain is kind of all over the place because I'm kind of tired, but I'm not sleepy kind of tired. I'm more of like I don't want to do anything, but at the same time I want to sleep kind of tired. I don't know if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. I don't make any sense, do I? We'll live. Anyways, guys. Okay, so, like, obviously, I've been feeling kind of burnt out with all the reading because I've been reading a lot. Like, I have been reading, like, 5 days, and I've read 5 books because I finished a new one today that I'm going to talk about. But anyways, guys, well, you know which one I read. So I didn't finish. Ugh. Give me a second to gather my thoughts. Brony, you can do this. You can do this. Your brain is there. Okay. Okay, we are ready. Okay, guys, so what happened? I've only read, like, a chapter of A Reaper Against the Gates because I haven't really been in the mood for it, and also it's always on my Kindle, and I didn't have my Kindle with me today at all, except for now, the evening. So, there was that, but that's totally fine because I was reading Play Along this whole time. I mean, I was really enjoying that book. It had its greatest moments, but okay, I wasn't holding my microphone that well, so it just ran off. Anyways, but I haven't been enjoying it that much. Like, okay. Gathering thoughts, Romy. Gathering. Okay. I've been enjoying the whole Windy City series, but I feel like maybe I'm burnt out, or maybe it's just the book itself that I just haven't been enjoying it as much as I've enjoyed the first, the second, the third book. Honestly, though, I feel like at all of them, I've kind of felt like I'm disconnected more to it. I haven't been, like, giggly as much, or as much, like, oh my god, teary-eyed. Like, I don't know if the book is just not as emotional, because I barely remember anything, or if it's just me. It's probably a me problem because I feel like I'm burnt out. The thing is, I have nothing else to do here because my data doesn't work here, so I have nothing to do on my phone during the drives. So I'm just reading and reading and reading and reading and reading and reading. Blah, 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 blah. You get the idea. So I was reading Play Along. I give it still 5 stars because I feel like it should be a 5 stars, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to be reading A Reaper Against the Gates because I got it also on my phone, so I have that. So I'm going to be reading it on there too because I feel like it's just... Like, I feel like I should go back into the fantasy realm, even though I'm not as much in the mood for it. I don't know. I feel like I'm not getting what's going on, so I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like it's also the book's fault, unless it's a me fault. Pretty much, as you can see, my brain is gone, officially, but I can't gather my thoughts, guys. Okay, anyways, I gave 5 stars to Play Along. It was good. It was nice. I don't have too many thoughts. I don't know if it's my fault or if it's the book's fault that I don't like it as much as I thought. That's the summary on that. But I have a few quotes, such as, I live, laugh, love you. I love that quote. And then, I have a few other ones, but I'm not going to share them with you. And I started a bit of Rewind It Back. And Rio's point of view with the group chat with all of them is so funny, and it's so cute. Like, I'm loving him. only problem is with Rio's book, like, I'm really excited for his. Like, since the start, I've been like, oh my god, I want to see that cutie pie's face. I want to see the cutie pie's face. The cutie pie's face, the whole book. I want a book about him. I want a book about that cutie pie. And now I'm finally there. And guys, he is eating. This group chat is eating. Like, I just enjoy him so much. Like, there's just so many parts of him that I love. But the only thing is about him is that supposedly his book is a second chance romance, which I don't like. I know, right? Scandal. It's just I feel like the whole book, it revolves around that one mistake that led up to their breakup. And I feel like that's going to be here. Well, I feel like all of them. It's like all of them are just like a repetition of the only reason they're not getting together is because of the reason for why they broke up in the first place at the start, during the first time. And, like, I don't know if it's going to be the same here or not. I've been trying to look at reviews, but I've just kind of given up. So, yeah, there's that. I'm probably, though, right now, guys, going to go get ready for bed and just lay in my bed and probably not read. I don't think I'll read until tomorrow, and I probably won't finish a book tomorrow because, actually, I don't know how many plans we have tomorrow, actually, guys, so no idea. And also, this, like, it seems as if this, like, whole, traveling, this whole holiday, it seems like you're thinking probably that, like, oh my god, Remy, like, is your whole vacation just moving from different sceneries and being like, oh my god, you're not in this place, and now you're in this place, but, like, you're somehow reading this whole time. And no, it's just because we're in the car a few times, and so I don't waste a second, and I always start reading. But I feel like I'm burning out, so I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to try to minimize that, but I'm pretty sure that Spotify's pretty happy with me, though, because I've been listening to Spotify so much, so much. Anyways, guys, I'm just going to stop this video, because this clip is probably getting long, and it's probably just me babbling. Editing Romy, good luck, dude. Good luck, girl, because this video is just a clip of me babbling and rambling, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, guys, talk to you guys later, well, tomorrow. And we're going to have a change of scenery. Technically, the scenery is the same as last clips. It's just in a different spot. But it's still the same place. My head hurts. I'm going to leave you guys. Bye. Hey, Bookwormies. It's time for new scenery. I haven't updated you guys in 3 fucking days. I know, crazy, because explanation time. So you guys don't feel like I've been cheating you this whole time. I'm scared that this is going to be... Okay, I don't think... So, what happened? The first 2 days that I missed were because I wasn't really reading that much, and I felt like there wasn't much to update on, and I didn't really have any feelings towards anything about what I was reading, so I was just like, I'm just not going to update them just yet. And then yesterday I was just lazy. And also something crazy happened, but not telling you guys, not telling. I'm sorry, I'm gatekeeping this, but whatever. Maybe one day I'll tell you guys. Maybe like in 100 years I'll be doing a YouTube video, but like, guys, so it's time for little stories of my life, and this happened, and I'll tell you guys. So, stay tuned for 100 years later, and I'll tell you guys. Just so you know. Okay, before we get into the books and the real talking depth, okay, so I was doing like a dance, as one does, in the room, and like, if you guys know the Crazy in Love dance, the one that's like, I don't know if you guys can even see me, honestly, because my camera's really low, but it's like, and it's like, love's got me looking so crazy. Who's it all crappy? Whoa, oh, nana. 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 Whoa. This is for the video, so I don't get copyrighted. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. And I accidentally hit myself against this, like, thing that's almost part of like the shelf, like the closet in the hotel room, and then like my fingers were like, oh my god. I was like, oh fuck, that hurts. And then a second later, I'm looking at my hand, and I was like, oh. And it turns out part of my nail broke off. My pinky, like, all my nails are like really pretty long, honestly, because I want to grow them out. Because all my childhood I had like super short nails, and you know, I'm just in the stage of life where like long nails. Okay, so change of scenery, but I'm in the period of life where like I like long nails, so now that it's just broken off, it is amazing, but whatever. Now into books and, like, updates about that. So, first of all, I finished River Against the Gates. It took me, like, a few days to get through, because I don't know. Like, I was reading it for those 2 days that I didn't update you guys, and a day before that. So, and I don't know, I think I was reading it for, like, 3-4 days, maybe? 3 probably, I think I'm lying to myself about that 4, but I'm not sure yet. Whatever. The amount of time that I was reading it, and I was just like, I am not feeling it, but like, I was like, you know what, let's read it, and a day ago, like not yesterday, the day before that, I finished it, and guys, I was just not feeling it. Like, yes, it's a book, but no. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. Like, the first 2 books were just going great, and, like, you know how, like, there's, like, the second book syndrome where it's just not as good? Well, this time, the second book syndrome turned into a third book syndrome, because the second book was good, but the third one, I don't know, I just truthfully maybe I was just not in the mood for it, but I just wasn't feeling it at all, so that happened. So that took me a really long time to finish. Well, not a super long time, but longer than the rest of the books, but then I was like, that last day, I was like, okay, come on, Romy, we're just gonna sit and finish it, and I did that, and that was amazing. And then now I'm reading currently Gifted and Talented by Ozzy Blake. Actually, I was gonna start reading A Sky Beyond the Storm or something like that like the last book in that series, but then I was like, I am not feeling it, and then I looked around for a bit, I'm like, you know, Ozzy Blake has that new book, and instead of reading, I don't know, Word for My Enemy or the second book in the Atlas series, I'm just gonna read her new book. And that's what I'm doing now. I haven't gone through a lot. I think I'm like 5% through it, truthfully, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it currently. It's interesting, to say the least. Like, it's very different from the Atlas 6, at least in my opinion. Like, but the writing is still kind of the same idea, because her writing is very sophisticated, I feel like, and she uses a lot of those, like, big words and stuff like that. Like, usually in a lot of fantasies I'm used to, and a lot of romances, they kind of like simplified and dumbed down, but then hers are more sophisticated, I feel like. I don't know. like if you're looking for a book to just read and not have to think a lot about, that is not for you. Her books are not really for you, I don't think so. But I'm enjoying it. I don't have anything else at all. Oh, also, how much I rated the third book in A Number of the Ashes series, I rated 3.5 stars. As you can see, did not truly love it, since the other ones were like 4 stars, I think. So, yeah. And Gifted and Talented, I have no idea what I'm going to rate it. I'm currently in the stage of, like, still learning what's going on in the story, so not too many thoughts. Now, last Bookish update. So, I was going around in where I am, and there was just, like, big second-hand bookstore, and I decided to go inside. And, like, at the start, like, I didn't really see much, and I was looking around, and there's one part that I didn't get to look through, so I'm kind of annoyed I didn't go there. But I was just, like, looking at a lot of them are, like, older books that I literally never heard of. And I was, like, looking around, and I see, like, these books that look new, and they're hardcovers, though, so not my favorite, but, like, still newish. And I'm like, oh my god. And I look through them, and they look so interesting. And I got one, and they were all thrillers. And this is why this one author called Ayn Rankin, this is, like, a thriller book. I'm going to show it to you guys in a sec. But it looks really interesting. It's honestly, it's part of this, like, series. He has, like, the Detective Inspector Rebus series, and there's, like, this 22nd book. But I don't think it matters if I'm reading it, if I'm reading it out of order, and I don't think I'm going to get through those other 21 books before I get to the 22nd, so, yeah, but here it is, and, haha, it is called In a House of Lies. I've literally never heard of this book, like, ever. Like, actually, honestly, like, the amount of, I don't go to bookstores a lot, but usually, when I go to it, like, the experience is usually, oh, I know this book, I know this book, I know this book, oh, I've heard of this one, so I'm just going to get it, because I look through books that I've already heard of, or already read, since I just want it. But then, this was, like, my first time where I was just, like, looking and browsing, and I don't have internet, so I was just like, okay, I'm just going to see if this looks good, then I'm just going to get it. So that's the kind of vibe that I was going for. And yeah, so In a House of Lies, that was pretty much how I found it, and it sounds really interesting, at least to me. It's like, in a house of lies, everyone has something to hide. A missing private investigator is found locked in a car, hidden deep in the woods. Worse still, both for his family and the police, is that his body was in an area that had already been searched. Everyone has secrets. And so this Detective Inspector Subban Clark is part of a new inquiry coming through with the mistakes of the original case. There were always suspicions over how the investigation was handled, and now are rejected without answers. It's time for the truth. Nobody is innocent. And so they start going, yeah. So I feel like it's going to be very interesting. I feel like with thrillers, obviously, it's very risky, at least for me, because I'm honestly, okay, nowadays I'm really, like, particular with my fantasies, my romances, my thrillers, like, every single book type genre, but, like, thrillers especially, actually, no, romance is most, and that, I don't know, well, with thrillers, it's just really hard for me, like, if it captures my attention, you are going to get probably a very high rating. If you don't, you're just not, and most of the times, at least, that I've read, I don't see them catching my attention. Like, at least of the last few thrillers that I've read, they have not caught my attention, except for the Alice Feeney books. Those were just chef's kiss. So yeah, but we'll see, guys. Maybe this will be a good one, you know. A lot of people, I don't know. It's not super popular, but I think it will be good. Also, just to help sell it, I'm just going to read you guys the first sentence. Let's see. Maybe it'll sell me, and maybe I will read it. Maybe it will help me, which a lot of times it doesn't, but still. Wait, how old is this book? I want to see. 2018. Oh, okay. Okay, it's Tuesday, chapter 1. The car was found because Ginger was jealous of his friend Jimmy. Okay. That's what we know. Okay, anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later, but this is the end of the update. I don't think I'll be reading In a House of Lies during this trip, but we never know, because sometimes maybe I'll just be like, you know what, this like sounds like a good book to read right now, and I'll do that. I would show you guys under the Just jacket, but it's just mainly white with just on the spine the name, and that's it. So yeah. Anyways, guys, talk to you guys later. I will see how Gifted and Talented goes. I don't know I don't have super high hopes for it, but I do have some hopes. Anyways, guys, talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, Bookwormies, right after this, I am going to be charging my camera and probably my microphone. But out of that topic, hey Bookwormies, we're here for an update. I didn't talk to you guys yesterday. You're seeing a pattern, right? Where I'm forgetting to talk. It was less of a well, actually, yes. Yesterday was a forgetting day, but other days, like, I didn't have much update. But actually today, I have a lot to update you guys on because I finished Gifted and Talented. Over the span of these days, I finished them. I didn't update like Goodreads or Fable yet, so you guys are getting the meat first. Well, actually, by the time this is posted, you're not, but in my timeline, you are. So you should count yourself as lucky. I don't know why, but yes. Anyways, guys, so for the update, I really enjoyed Gifted and Talented. I am between a 4.25 and a 4.5 stars. Like, it was a really good book. It didn't have much of a plot towards it. Like, I can't really think of a way to describe it and to make it like super appealing. Like, I feel like you should just go with it and like, or head in and just see how it goes. Like, blind, I feel like is the best way. But like, don't expect there. Like, at the end of the book, I was like, okay, so when I'm thinking about the plot, I'm thinking just one tiny thing. Like, I don't really see much of the plot. It was more like getting to know the characters and getting more of their backstory on some stuff. I don't know how to explain this book, guys. Wait, let me see what Goodreads, like, explains this book as. Okay, my camera is probably, like, really unstable on the bed, but that is okay. We will live, right? We will live. Anyways, guys, so obviously, as you know, Gifted and Talented, like, literally came out on the 1st of April. Wait, really? I thought it came out, like, much later. As you can see, I have no sense of time, and I hadn't read, like, a single Olivia Blake book before I put this book on my want to read list, so obviously, I'm not really in her radar of, like, new releases. I'm like, oh my god, yes, I need to know exactly when I put on my calendar. That wasn't there. But anyways, comes the story of 3 siblings who, upon the death of their father, are forced to reckon with their long-festering rivalries, dangerous abilities, and the crushing weight of all their unrealized adolescent potential. Where there's a will, there's a war. Thea Wren, the brilliant CEO of Ren for Magic Tech and so-called father of Mother Technology, is dead. As any of his 3 telepathically and electrokinetically gifted children would be a plausible inheritor to the Ren Fair throne, or at least so they like to think. And so there's like the three siblings. There's Meredith, the oldest daughter, the one who's like she's the accomplished one, and she has her own like biotech company, and she recently cured a mental illness. And then they have the middle child, Arthur, who is like and then like she has her problems though, Meredith, which it says also, you can check. And then Arthur, who's like the second one, who's a congressman in history, fights the good fights every day of his life, but then his wife might be leaving him, and he's losing his re-election campaign. And then he has his own shit. And then we have the youngest one, Allied, I don't know how to say her name. She was a most famous ballerina but has spent the last 5 years as a run-of-the-mill marketing executive at her father's company after a life-altering injury that put her at the end of her ballet career. So each of them, and then they're like just waiting to get the will and like find out what they inherit from their father and stuff like that. And you also learn obviously about the mother, and you learn about like a lot of relationships, like Arthur's ones. He has a few things, Allied or whatever, the youngest born girl, her stuff, and you learn about Meredith and stuff about her. I don't have a favorite character. I know, horrendous. I just can't really see which one would be a favorite, but there's that. So there's those 3 characters, and you just learn about each of them, their backstory, their relationship with their father, with each other, and all this kind of stuff. And then you hear the will reading, and then you find out you have that. But they're like, I couldn't really tell you the plot because there isn't too much going. It's mainly like, if you think of it as a whole, and if you read a summary, it's just them waiting for the will, and then maybe like a few backstories on each character. So there wasn't much to it, but somehow I still found it interesting. Like, I didn't see myself wanting to put it down many moments. There were obviously some times where I was just like, okay, I'm good here, let's take a break. But mainly, I was like, it kept me sated, it kept me in the plot, so I enjoyed it. I don't know though, I think honestly at the end I'm going to give it 4.25 stars because I just can't see myself remembering in a year and still thinking about it that much. So there's that. That's why. Otherwise, it would get much higher of a rating, probably. It's just I don't see it. Like, I don't think it's the book's fault. I think it's just my personal preference to books. So there's that. Anyways, we have that. And now you might be like, Romy, what are you reading now? I was thinking for a while, and at that time I didn't have internet, so I was just looking through my books app, and I had Alone with You in the other Bio Life of Blake, and I was like, let's start to read that, but then I was like, not feeling it, because I feel like it's giving me, like, obviously her writing style is very peculiar. It's very different from what I usually read and the writing styles I usually get from the books that I read. So just like, it's very different. But I just wasn't ready for a whole other book with the same writing style. I wanted a lot of plot, and I felt like Alone with You and the Other wouldn't have that much plot. So just like, I'm just gonna take a break, and I decided to come back to the Windy City series, and I'm reading now Rewind It Back. I think that's what it's called, right? And it's Rio De Luca's book. So obviously a fan favorite, one that we've been waiting for a long time, and I'm 43% through it. Surprise, surprise. I did not see that. I thought I was like 30-something%. So that's a surprise. I probably will finish it tomorrow. I don't think I'll finish it today, but nobody will know. Only the future knows. Fate knows. So there's that. Actually, I think maybe after this book, I don't know yet. Obviously, I'm still in the thought process for what the next book I might want to read is, but I think it might be that new one that I got. So like the one that I bought on the trip. I don't remember the name of the book, but that might be one if I'm in a thriller mood. If I'm not, I'm gonna check out probably my my library on my Kindle, because there are a lot of options there. I feel like I should get through them, but what can I say? I personally, like, I have so many books down on my Kindle that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll probably read this, but then I never get through them. So I probably will go through them. I think I'll probably choose the last book in the An Ember in the Ashes series or a different one. So we'll see about that. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. We've got our main update. Tomorrow, I'll probably say I finished Rewind It Back, and I probably will have a new book started, whichever one it is. But until then, guys, I'll see you when I see ya. Bye! Hey, Bookwormies, so we are here for an update. I didn't talk to you guys yesterday, but I'm here today, and we are here for the ultimate update. Anyways, guys, so yesterday I finished, Rewind It Back, and it was so good. Like, actually, I really enjoyed it. I'm really happy that I took a break from the Windy City series for a few days, and, like, read a few other books, and then came back to it, because I feel like then it just sweetened the ending. I was so happy with how it ended up. It just, like, had all the best parts. It just made sense. I really, really enjoyed it. Like, truthfully, it's a 5 fucking stars. What can I say? The whole series is 5 fucking stars, but was this good? Rio's book was so good. Like, even though it was a second chance romance, I still enjoyed it, like, a hell of a lot. Like, all of these books, each of them had, like, each of the characters had their own struggle to go through, their own things, but in the end, they got it together, and they got it. And I just loved it. There was so much stuff going on, packed in to Rewind It Back, and I'm still feeling about it the next day. So, you know it's a good book when you're still thinking about it the next day. Then now, well, actually I finished another book today, because we went on, like, this Harry Potter, like, train thing. Anyways, and then during some parts of it I was just reading, and I read another book, which is A Love Letter to Whisky. I started it yesterday night, but, like, officially I was reading it today, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a pretty good book. I still don't know to rate it. I'm still on the fence on the rating, because there's some parts to the book where I was just like, no, thank you. Let me think about it again. No. So, like, there were parts where I was just like, like, I don't want to say no thank you again, so I'm just gonna say there were parts that just kind of gave me the ick, that just I was like, okay, I'm not really feeling it here, so that's why it's not 5 stars. And but I was invested, you can say that, but you not only have to be invested, but I can't have the ick with a favorite book. I cannot. Also, I cannot see myself thinking about this book, like, ever again. So there's also that. So guys, that is the main update. I don't know yet what I'm gonna read next. I'm between A Summer Affair, which is an Ellen Hildebrand book, or A Sky Beyond the Storm, which is the last book in An Ember in the Ashes. And, you know, I'm kind of, honestly, I don't feel like reading either of them, truthfully, but I feel like I should read A Sky Beyond the Storm, because, then I can say that I finished 2 full fucking series and 3 books in the mix during this whole travel sesh. So that'd be nice, obviously, but I don't know, guys. I'm honestly on the fence of what to read next, but I think I'm gonna rate, now that I'm just thinking about it, A Love Letter to Whisky. Like, there were quotes that I really loved to it, and I loved the ending and how it just, like, fully wrapped it all up. So maybe, like, a 4.25, I think, or a 4.5, somewhere there. Okay, I think that, like, it's in the low 4s, not the high 4s. It's not close to being in the 5 star, too close. So yeah, anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Tomorrow is my last official day, and then the day after that, I'm leaving. So we're coming to the end of this travel vlog, and we've only had, obviously, talking scenes and no real, reading scenes where you see me reading, but yeah, that's fine. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I promise I will, because now I don't want to miss any updates. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Okay, Bookwormies. This background, if you're one of the real ones, you know this background. You know what this means. And yes, if you're gonna cry, I'm gonna cry too, because this is the official end of the video. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Well, actually, I could have, because I knew how long this joke wasn't ending when I was ending, but whatever. Guys, I hope you're not crying. I know if you cry, I cry. We're officially at the end, and we're gonna go over every single book I've read and talk a bit about it. But before we get to that, my nail broke. My thumbnail broke. Like, I like not long nails, mainly because I feel like then my finger's fat when there's nothing to elongate it. Anybody else have that feeling? Because, yeah, I do. Anyways, guys, we have update time. Yesterday, I didn't talk to you guys because I was busy packing, because obviously it was my last day, and like all the day I was all gone. Like, I didn't even get time to go to the hotel before to change for dinner. Like, I went to dinner with the clothes I was in. So like, this tells you I didn't really have the time. But whatever. Anyways, guys, we are here for your update. Okay, so first we started the video high with A Torch Against the Night. And then we had Mile High, and then we had The Right Move, Caught Up, and then we took a little break from, well, actually not yet. Then we read A Reaper at the Gates, which was the next book in the whole And Everything Asher series. Then we came back for Play Along, and then we decided we're going to take a break from those two series and read Gifted and Talented, which was a pleasant surprise because it was pretty much out of my comfort zone. Then we read Rewind It Back, coming to the end of the whole like that series. Chef's Kiss. Like, guys, I cannot tell you. Okay, guys, I had a little malfunction with my microphone, but we are back. I think it's worked. But guys, the amount of how much I loved, like, fucking was obsessed with that whole, like, series. I cannot tell you. Like, I think about those characters daily. I think about the whole family aspect. I love every single thing about that whole series. Like, I will go read it if I can. I know I shouldn't, but I want to. And so, you know, at some point you are going to see it in my bookshelf. At some point you for sure are. I've just got to get a few other books, and then we'll be there with that whole series, because I fucking loved it. That whole series was a beautiful 10 out of 10. And then we went, and I was like, okay, we need another romance. We are each aiming for romances, and I read A Love Letter to Whiskey, and it was good. I had a few itches, but we got through it. And then last book is A Sky Beyond the Storm. I started it, guys, yesterday. No, a little bit before, the day before. I think I started it slowly, and then yesterday I was like, okay, we gotta start getting through it, and I got like 30%, and then today I just finished it because I've been awake since 7:50, since somewhere in the end of the 7s, almost 8 a.m., which for me is really early, because I had the flight to catch, and I was reading every moment I had, because I was like, okay, I want to finish this book before I end this video, because I always love when in these videos I end the book. I'm not like in the middle of one. It's just, I don't know, it feels better. A Sky Beyond the Storm, it rounded out really good. So guys, in total, in this video, we finished 2 series, which is fucking crazy to think about, because it's crazy. Like, wait, let me check how many books in total I read during these 2 weeks. Yeah, because this whole thing was 2 weeks long. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that just made it even better that we have like exactly 10. It's just, I don't know why. I love when it's like a whole number. That's just even better. But 10 books, guys, in 2 weeks. That's quite a lot. Anyways, for A Sky Beyond the Storm, I think it rounded out the series pretty well, but there were parts where I enjoyed this book less, and parts where I enjoyed it more. I think I'd give it maybe like a 4. I was thinking, like, honestly, to go into the 3s when I started the book, because I was like, I'm really not feeling it. I don't know, guys, or 3.75 or 4. I'm gonna go with a 4, and just put everywhere a 4, but like, you know, later on during our July wrap-up, you'll truly find out what I decided to rate it, but that's kind of it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This video was a lot. It was all talking. It was all just me blabbing on about whatever shit I could find to talk about. But I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I was planning on making some clips, like, you know how I usually do towards the end and towards the start of the video, where I'm like just showing how I'm like reading and stuff. You know what I mean? Those small clips that always happen during travel vlogs, and I forgot. Well, yeah, like, no, as soon as like we were at liftoff on the plane, I was like, oh my god. I didn't get my camera out. I can't film. Well, like, I could go as soon as like we're in the air and we're allowed to take our first seat out, and I'm like, get out my camera. But I was just like, okay, no, that ain't happening, and I didn't feel like filming anything on my phone, so I just read. I was just reading. So that happened, but we still got through a lot. I don't care, guys. If you really wanted those clips, guys, the next time, I'll make sure not to forget it, or I'll just do it on my phone. Anyways, guys, we have officially finished this video. We have gone through a lot these 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, because I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm a bit rusty, but that's okay. and I've already also, guys, like, gotten everything out of the way. Like I've already unpacked everything because I'm one of those people that just needs to unpack right away just so that I can get a fresh start back at home. And unless if I'm like super sleep deprivated, I won't pack. But yeah, so I have everything already gone, and like I landed at like 3, and I think it's like 4 now. Yeah, it's like the start of 4. So I got through a lot. I feel like also, guys, I got new shoes and I love them. The color. I am not really a shoes person. I don't really own a lot of shoes. I know, scandalous. Not because my feet grow like at an extreme amount, but now I think they're finished growing, so now I can get busy collecting shoes. Just kidding. Anyways, guys, the only thing I haven't unpacked is my camera stuff because I just quickly took out what I need for this video, and that's it. So there's that. But last thing before I leave you guys officially, I want to show you guys my bookshelf. Because we have a tiny new addition, which is the book that I bought on this trip. Only thing is, yeah, it really doesn't fit, guys. We'll have to think up a new idea for this. Like, I really like my bookshelf. It's really full and has, like, a lot of color to it. But I want to obviously have a bookshelf where I can fit more books and don't have to, like, think, like, whenever I buy a book, think, like, okay, where can I squeeze that book in? Like, I don't want to have to think about that. I want to just be able to buy as many as I want and still have space. And also have decorations, so I have to think about that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you had fun. I hope you just, yeah, can't think of anything else to say. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys when I see ya. And yeah, anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Bye.